Hello everybody, it's me again, it's your boy Tech, and today I'm going to do a tutorial on how to set up a multicam stream using OBS onto Twitch. So this is a tutorial for people that already know how to use OBS. This is not going to be any of the basic stuff. So let's get started. First, you'll need to set up a profile. So you can see I have my personal Twitch here, and then I have our Stream Team Twitch profile. All you got to do is hit new, title it whatever you want to, and it'll show up. Next is going to be your settings. So when doing this, you have to keep in mind when you're doing a personal stream, your system resources and bandwidth is very little compared to a group stream. So when a group stream, you got to think that you are hosting it with OBS, you're playing the game, and you're probably on Skype or whatever video chat you're using, which will take up a lot of system resources. Not only that, if you're on a TeamSpeak, on YouTube, or anything else, you got to take that into consideration. So, with my rig and my internet, which I have 60 down and 5 up, and here's my system specs right here. So, when you look at my settings, you can kind of gauge what to set yours. Some might be better, some might be worse, so you kind of have to play with the settings. So, here's my system, and now let's go to first the audio. All right. So for the desktop boost and the mic, so you have to remember when you're hosting, especially on a group stream, you don't want your mic too overpowering. So I have mine set to 1, and I have my desktop, so that's the game, and the other people in the team speak is set to 5, so it is a little bit more balanced. I used to have it set to 3 on my mic, but it was kind of a little bit overpowering. So I've just brought it down to 1. Next is your encoding. So this is mine. I have everything set to 3000, 3000 with all these checked right here. And so far, after reviewing the group streams, the resolution and the buffering, the picture looks nice. So these are my settings. So once you're done with that, and then of course you have to set up all your broadcasting settings. So you got to get your stream key and everything for the group and set all that stuff up. So now we are going to go in through the sources and layers. So what we're using is Skype. So what I have set up is our Skype calls. So I have a Skype call for 6 people, a Skype call for 4 and 5. And you could keep it like this because every time you start up Skype, no matter who calls in first, who picks up first, or what order, the pictures will always be in the same position. So that's why I have it. So it doesn't really matter who I'm cropping. As long as there's 4 people, I can check these and it'll automatically crop as long as I have that Skype call going. So let's just do a little test round. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a preview. Alright, so I have my 4 borders. We're going to set up a 4 multicam stream. So to do that, you'll open up your Skype, start the call, and then you're going to want to add a window capture. So let's just name this test Skype for number 1. So this is going to be the number 1 crop. Hit OK. It's going to put it in this window right here. So when you go here, usually you would pick your Skype call, which I'm not in a Skype call. So what I'll do is I'm going to go to my picture that I did a screenshot of a Skype call with 4 people in it. So after you pick that, you're going to want to hit this sub-region right here, and then you're going to want to hit this little select button. So when I hit it right now, you're going to see how this little window pops up. This is for cropping. However, for me to crop and show you, I need to move my OBS to my other monitor. So let me get out of here. So we're going to use this little screenshot that I took from a Google search. Alright, so we're going to select the region, and now here it goes. So you can see the cropping, I'm moving it right here. And what I like to do is, these pictures right here are in kind of like a squared off portrait mode. I like to put mine in more of a widescreen mode. So what I'll do is I'll crop the person's face and then just kind of crop it out like that, and it's more of like a widescreen mode. Once you get the area where you want cropped, just hit enter. It disappears, and then on this window, just hit OK, and your picture that you just cropped will pop up right here, or more like the video chat window. So then now you can just do your edit sources and then stick it on the border or whatever you're using, or maybe you're not using a border, and then just resize it so it'll fit in there right. So now I have it kind of in the border, but it's on top. The quickest way to get this one on the bottom is if you highlight it right here in the sources. If you hold control and just hit the down arrow button, you're going to start moving it down. And you want to move it down behind the borders and behind the names if you're using those. And then once you unclick that, now your video feed is behind the borders and behind the names. And what you do is you just keep repeating that and cropping every single person's name and including yourself. This is the way mine looks, where my camera is really small, but it's still, when you crop yourself, it'll still come out right and look pretty sharp. Alright, so when you're done cropping everybody's pictures, it'll look something like this, but with the video feeds. So with that said, just a couple of things to remember is just remember to set up your profile, make sure your settings are correct, and when you are streaming, you have to keep your Skype window the same size and just in back. Don't minimize it, don't shrink it down, because that will actually mess up your video feed and the cropping, and then all your pictures will look all funky or not be lined up, or you'll get like borders of Skype or something like that. So, hope this helps, and let me know if you have any questions. Good luck, and until next time.